New this morning, we're getting our first look inside.
Welcome to Firsthand, the podcast where we hear firsthand accounts of the most important moments in history from the people who lived them. I'm Devin Field.
And I'm Greg Galan.
And we're back.
Back, baby.
Back in the studio. How are you, Greg?
I'm great. Last week I feel like I was kind of saying I was better than ever. And now I'm even better, Devin.
What makes you say that? Why the positive upswing?
So, as you know, last week I was seeing a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling very great. I was dating my therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And I've since gone to a psychiatrist who has prescribed me some great meds.
So are you still seeing your therapist, or are you on to psychiatry now?
It's been
heavier stuff.
It's been pointed out to me that it's a little bit weird to date your therapist.
I pointed that out to you.
Yeah, and a lot of people in the intervening weeks have pointed.
Yeah,
it out
I don't feel like you heard it when I said it.
I all I know is I'm done with that. I am dating my psychiatrist.
Okay,
got a little bit of good news, Devin.
How is that good news? You're entering a different toxic relationship.
I am, I had last season, I had a lot of bad stuff going on for me, right? And now
you still do.
I think I'm on the mend.
Okay.
I dated the ER nurse who put me back together after last season's finale. I dated my therapist, and now I'm seeing my psychiatrist, Dr. Hansen.
Wow. And Dr. Hansen has you on medication?
Mm-hmm.
What kinds?
She won't tell me.
Okay.
I think it's some sort of experiment. And I said, "Can I be the control group?" And she said, "No." So it's an experiment, or I take a lot of different things.
Okay. You seem loopy. You seem out of it. Okay.
No, I've been up for 7 days.
Okay, that's not helpful.
That's how that sleep is weakness, Devin. When you go to bed every night, why do you go to bed?
I'm very tired.
Exactly. You know who's not tired?
I don't.
Me.
Okay.
So you're saying that sounds unhealthy?
Stop
that I'm
grabbing
never
my arm,
tired?
please.
Does that sound unhealthy?
Okay,
Devin?
it sounds healthy. Okay.
All right.
Should we get into this week's subject?
Yeah,
Greg?
sure.
We're talking about, of course, the great luminaries of our time.
Geniuses.
And who better than Steve Jobs?
I'm surprised we didn't do him first.
Me too.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we? He's the king.
Scheduling, I guess.
Probably a scheduling issue. Greg, would you like to hear some background on Stephen Paul Jobs? That's what I call him.
I didn't know that's...
Yeah, well, it's his full name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, let's lay it on me.
Well, sure. Let's hear a little. Stephen Paul Jobs, of course, an American business magnate, an entrepreneur and investor, the CEO and co-founder of Apple. Ever heard of it?
I have.
Good. The chairman and majority shareholder of Pixar, a member of Walt Disney's board of directors before he passed, and the founder, chairman, and CEO of Next. Oh, what a great company that was. Next.
And that was where you'd be on the bus.
You were on a bus. You were on a date. And you had to go, impress the person off of the bus. I guess he came up with that idea for a show on MTV in the 90s.
I didn't know how many pies he had his fingers in.
A lot.
Is that the phrase?
That's the phrase.
All right.
He's widely recognized as a pioneer of the microcomputer revolution of the 70s and 80s, along with Apple co-founder and high school buddy Steve Wozniak. Woz.
The Woz. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen,
right?
Of course. Yes, that's right. Yeah. And Jobs was Michael Fassbender because he's just that handsome.
Yeah. Once again, I feel like the people we cover, they didn't get handsome, cool enough actors to play them in the movies.
He was born in San Francisco in 1955, put up for adoption by his birth family. He ended up attending Reed College in 1972 before dropping out, traveling through India and seeking enlightenment, studying Zen Buddhism, and dropping a tremendous amount of acid. A declassified FBI report states that he used marijuana and LSD while he was in college, and once told a reporter that taking LSD was one of the 2 or 3 most important things he had done in his life, which I'm sure his kids loved hearing.
Oh, yeah, you love to hear it.
That's very kind. And of course, then he went on, he lived on a commune for a period of time, continuing to explore his own mind until Jobs and Wozniak co-founded Apple in 1976 to sell the Apple I personal computer designed by Wozniak. The duo gained fame, and within a year, they had the Apple II, one of the first highly successful mass-produced personal computers. He had some missteps later with the Apple Lisa in 1983, but then broke through again with the Macintosh in 84, the first mass-produced computer with a graphical user interface. Can you believe it?
I mean, I remember saying I need a graphical user interface.
Of course.
I don't think this is going to work for me unless I get a GUI.
And Jobs was forced out of Apple in 1985 after a power struggle. But then that's what led to him founding the company Next. He also developed some visual effects technology that funded the computer graphics division of Lucasfilm for George Lucas in 1986.
Disney, Pixar, and Lucasfilm.
That's right.
That's wild.
The trio. The Pixar produced the first, of course, 3D animated feature film of Toy Story in 1995. And Apple merged with Next in 97. He became CEO of his former company within a few months. He helped revive Apple, brought it back from the verge of bankruptcy, and worked closely with some designers to develop all sorts of amazing breakthrough products of iMac, iTunes, the iTunes Store, the Apple Store, iPod, iPhone, the App Store, and the iPad.
And that U2 album.
Yeah, he gave us all that U2 album. And he was diagnosed with a pancreatic tumor in 2003. And for 9 months, he refused to undergo surgery, instead pursuing a vegan diet, acupuncture, herbal remedies, and other treatments he found online. Also consulting with a psychic. And eventually, he passed away at the age of 56 in 2011.
So the vegan diet worked, and then something else? What got him?
It's hard to say. It's hard to know for sure. Maybe just too much good.
Too much of a good
Too
thing.
much good stuff.
Yeah.
The AM/PM disease. Now, Greg, how did you...
Dr. Tongus.
How did you know Steve?
I didn't know Steve.
Okay.
Yep.
Should we move
on? No, I didn't know Steve personally in the early days, but we kind of crossed paths. So we all know the garage. Everyone knows about the garage.
Famous garage where he and Wozniak designed some of their first products.
So this is in Los Altos, California, in the 70s. And I was out there. Again, you and me.
Yep, we were there.
I had fallen on a little bit of hard times, I guess you could say. I had bet all my money. You remember the 72 Dolphins famously won every game?
Of course.
Boy, I hated those guys.
Okay.
And I thought every week this is going to run out. And I bet against them every single week.
Doesn't seem smart.
And so I was struggling, and I was on the wrong side of the law, I got to say, Devin.
Okay.
I was I don't mind telling you, I was doing some B&Es.
Breaking and entering.
Some breaking and entering. And
wow.
I, along with many other houses in that neighborhood, I robbed the garage.
Are you kidding me?
I broke in and robbed the garage.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You must have made off with a fortune in early computing technology. I mean, the most cutting edge, the entire revolution technologically of the world was in that garage.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of what stings me is I didn't know what any of that shit was. And I kind of passed on a lot of that.
Okay.
But I didn't come away empty-handed. I'm not an idiot.
What did you get?
I got a beautiful arguably as revolutionary.
I have a feeling we're about to argue about that.
Arguably as revolutionary piece of technology is a beautiful Toro lawnmower with the.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of the first lawnmowers to have the little sort of rubber nipple thing that you press in.
I don't even know what that is.
To prime it.
Okay.
So you're not talking about a pull cord. You tear your rotator cuff trying to mow your lawn. It's just a little button that you press.
Great. And how much was that worth, do you think?
I don't know, Devin. I never sold it.
You never even sold it? You still have it?
I still have that lawnmower. Well, I'm thinking, all of it.
That could be worth something.
All his other stuff.
Lawnmower.
Yeah. It was Woz's.
Okay.
And unfortunately it has big Sharpie written across the top. It says Wozniak. It says Steve, do not touch.
This could still be worth something. I don't know. Oh, Steve Jobs was not allowed to touch the lawnmower.
It's weird. You would think you'd see that on like food in the fridge or something, but I had never put it together. I was like, so was Steve like mowing their lawn when Wozniak didn't want him to? I never understood that.
He's a free spirit. I mean, the guy didn't wear shoes.
Yeah, I mean, he was crazy. And I thought, I saw him in the neighborhood. He's a friggin' free spirit hippie. I'm like, what's all this crap? It's not going to be worth anything.
Yeah. Well, you were very wrong.
So I got the lawnmower, though.
Okay.
That doesn't turn the dial for you?
No.
I got plenty more stuff. I got baseball cards.
Valuable ones?
No.
Okay.
But
even you knew
it wasn't quality, it was quantity. Dude.
How many?
Almost 1 million. And they were all, and they, in those little books with like 9 sheets. Yeah, it took me a long time to get in and out of there.
Almost 1 million unvaluable baseball cards?
Yeah. Well, they were all the exact same cards. So Topps in 1970 accidentally printed 1 million of the same baseball card.
And who was it?
It was Joe Torre,
I see.
who wasn't, like a legit MVP level catcher.
Yeah. So.
But there were just so many of them.
Yeah.
That it was not worth much. But I thought, what if I got them all? Because they say like a complete set is worth something.
I've heard that said.
So it turns out it's not.
Okay.
And I've also never sold that.
Great.
So
it seems like a bust.
Yeah. All right. It was a little bit of a fucking bust.
Yeah,
okay?
a little bit.
I'm pissed. I could have had the first personal computer.
And you blew it.
And instead I got was a bunch of expired baby back ribs from the deep freeze.
That's strange. Why did they have that?
They had a deep freeze back there.
But it was permafrost.
Yeah, and by the time I got the stuff home, it was all shot.
Wow.
Because I pulled that out first. And then I made all the trips back and forth for the
You were not good at breaking and entering.
No, that's why I gave it up.
Okay, well, good.
All right. Fuck. You're lucky I'm so fucking healthy now, or I'd be mad about this.
You're really not. You're shaking.
Then how? It looks like you're shaking.
Well, I think that's
so everything's in perspective
here. Well,
how did you know Steve Jobs?
Okay, well, as you know, I worked at the Gap in Cupertino from kind of mid 80s into the 90s.
Yeah.
And, one day Steve was dumpster diving out behind the mall I worked at. And I was going to throw away some old turtlenecks that had been overstocked. And, Gap standard policy, if we have anything overstocked for several days, we throw it away.
Yeah. And they said, keep it away from homeless people.
Yeah. I would often shoo people away going, no, you cannot have these chinos. And I was about to do the same to this haggard man I found in the dumpster. I was going, you are not getting these turtlenecks. And then he stood up and he looked at me, and I knew a little bit about the computer world, and I saw that this was Steve Jobs.
Wow.
Looking at me with these piercing blue eyes that I think he had. And
that were just failed by Michael Fassbender.
Right. Couldn't capture his handsome essence.
No.
So he takes one of the turtlenecks in his hands, and he just starts weeping. He's just crying. Oh. He's just going, this is so beautiful. Just like that. This is the most beautiful shirt I've ever seen. It's pathetic. It's pathetic in a lot of ways. But I sensed an opportunity, and I said, I can get you more.
Wow.
And that was how I became kind of his turtleneck supplier. I would shoplift from the store, and I would meet him out back for years, giving him new turtlenecks. And he went through them at a clip. I mean, he was really...
Was he one and done?
One and done.
Really?
He had kind of...
Didn't wash them.
No. He had, one of those closets that was just 25 turtlenecks hanging up.
Sure.
And
like
he just burned through those.
A Homer Simpson style.
A Homer Simpson,
like a cartoon character.
Yeah, exactly. And, he would call me desperate in the middle of the night sometimes, going, I need another one.
Really?
I got a big shoot tomorrow. I got the keynote tomorrow. I need a fresh one. And for a while, I stopped working at the Gap. I was fired because
For what?
constant theft, and I was drunk on the job all the time. And so I told him, I don't have any more for you. I can't do this anymore, Steve.
Oh, you cut him off.
I cut him off.
How'd that go? Well,
no. He ended up buying my home out from under me and evicting me through a process I don't understand.
He was good at that kind of stuff.
But I gave him some beautiful shirts for a beautiful period of time, and I'll never forget those moments we shared by that dumpster of just him sobbing into a turtleneck, going, "Thank you so much."
So he would always come to the dumpster?
Yes.
You never worked out a situation. I feel like after a while, why couldn't you just buy the turtlenecks and then sell them to him for a little more?
I never thought of that.
Really? Hey,
really
you
frustrating.
know what? You and I both have some egg on our face on this.
Well,
I feel like we both missed opportunities.
Let's take a break and figure out where we went wrong.
Fuck.
And when we come back, we'll have some guests who can help us sort all this out.
Yeah. Fuck.
And we're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're talking Steve Jobs. And
we're talking missed opportunities.
Yes.
For me and the old dev.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And we've got a few other people who knew Steve Jobs at different crucial points in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And our first guest here is someone who knew him at a very exploratory phase of Steve Jobs' young life. And this is someone who I was only given one name, but I believe this is someone who lived with Steve Jobs for a period of time in the 70s.
Maybe I stole this person's lawnmower.
Please welcome Doria. Hello,
Hi.
Doria.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much
Doria.
for being here.
It's a pleasure.
Now, tell us a little bit about how you knew Steve Jobs and maybe when you met him first.
I first met Steve, a little bit of setup.
Please.
I am one of the founding members of the All One Farm
Wow.
in Oregon. And
Wonderful.
Steve came to us shortly after he returned from India.
That's right.
And he was, like so many people that arrived on our commune. He's dressed in the dashiki and he's, he's barefoot. He's expanded his mind, right? And we were ready to turn him away because we couldn't hold any more people. We
guys were at
capacity.
Wow.
Right.
Is that a fire marshal thing? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had to be to code in order to grow all the marijuana we were producing.
Makes sense.
We didn't want any trouble there.
Of course.
So he showed up and I said, I'll handle this, and I shuffled down the gravel driveway to scoot him along to one of the other communes.
Mm-hmm.
And this man, within the span of 10 seconds, completely revolutionized the way that I see life and the universe. I mean, when you hear that Steve Jobs was a visionary, I'm telling you, he pierced through my eyes with his gaze.
With those blue eyes that I think that he might have had.
They were, it was not a color that we've seen on our scale. It's not, if you had a 164 pack of crayons, you couldn't point to this color. And that's the truth.
That's insane.
He pierced into my eyes with his gaze.
Okay.
And psychically communicated to me a sort of psychic threat.
A threat?
Yes.
Whoa.
It was not pleasant. It wasn't gentle.
Okay.
It wasn't kind. But for someone to have the balls to do that in this setting where everybody else goes the opposite way. They want to say, oh, I'm peaceful. Oh, I'm loving. Oh, all for one. I'll be a part of you. He went the other way. And I said, this guy knows something. And we let him in.
You let him in.
We let him in.
And so all these other flower children are dancing around eating their granola, but Steve is some kind of intense, almost villainous, sinister force.
There was something in him that, yes, it did ring of a supervillain.
Wow.
He had demands. No one had ever had demands.
What were his demands?
First of all, he demanded that he have his own dwelling, and we all lived in shared yurts and domes and things. And he demanded that we build it for him. And gave us a timeline, which was unheard of. He
didn't want to have anything to do with the construction of this. It was just, build me something that's like this.
That's right.
Wow.
And we did. and we finished it by the end of the weekend as demanded by sundown on the third day. And he took one look at and it was a gorgeous structure. We used all the geodesic plans of Buckminster Fuller. It was completely
unreal.
Yes, it was a hard thing to build in 3 days.
And was he just getting people to work on this just by locking in with each of them as he did with you, of kind of mind controlling?
That was the initial hook, and then he would say words. He would say, by the third sundown on the third day or else, and you don't want to see what I'm capable of. Those sorts of sound bites,
Wow.
He must have been so grateful you guys built that awesome house for him.
He took a flamethrower to it.
Come on.
He took a flamethrower. He reached into his little satchel that previous to this, I had only seen him pull a meditation pillow out of.
Interesting.
And he pulled out a flamethrower. And it's funny, flamethrowers don't cock, but he made the sound like he went and mimed like he was cocking it, locked eyes with us. So he wasn't looking at what he was flaming. And we thought, my God, this guy is a visionary.
Wow. It's interesting that your perception of him is as a visionary when it sounds like he is really doing detrimental harm.
You could see it that way.
Okay,
you could see it that way.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something.
Please.
He, in that moment, gave me personally a gift, which is as open and expansive as I thought my mind and heart were, I didn't realize how locked into the norms and the status quo I was. He gave me a timeline. I achieved that timeline, and then he destroyed it as if to say, why did you have to do that? Why did you follow this pattern that someone else set out for you?
It seems like you follow that pattern because he was threatening violence.
That's true.
Yeah, right.
That's
like
true.
He was maybe going to kill you with that flamethrower or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, and here's where it gets really interesting because
It's already interesting.
Okay,
I would
great.
Say, yeah.
No, I could use a little more to hook me in a little.
That's not hooked.
Yeah.
we can roundtable about why this or why that. We will never figure him out. And that's what makes him so visionary. So, week 2 on the commune, we still he destroyed 3 dwellings at this point.
He just kind of added on to some other destruction.
Yeah.
In addition to his own dwelling. Wow.
That's right. He raided a commune down the street, and they actually had a excavator with like
a big
a big
backhoe or
shovel.
something.
Yeah. And he came roaring down the street 2 miles an hour. We saw him coming. We could have had enough time to, I don't know, make a circle of people around the dwelling and protect it. But, we just thought, oh, what's Steve up to? He's got an idea. Huh. He backhoed the whole community down.
Wow. The whole
leveled
commune.
us, the whole commune.
The marijuana crops too?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But again, in the destruction lies the gift, right? And that's what this phoenix tattoo symbolizes.
Okay. And we're seeing a quite large phoenix tattoo.
That's right.
And it's sort of, how would you describe the placement? Kind of all over your entire leg and lower back?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's rising from my leg to my lower back.
And did you got the tattoo at his request, or I
got the tattoo years later at the suggestion of my therapist when I had several nervous breakdowns back to back.
You can't see a
I lost
therapist.
everything.
You got to see a psychiatrist.
Ah.
It's so much better.
Well, both might be bad, but your therapist recommended you get a phoenix tattoo.
She recommended some constructive narrative reframing.
Interesting.
To look at this as a positive, because I'm telling you, we went bankrupt. Our relationships were destroyed. One of our children was killed. It was.
Let's parcel these out a little bit.
Bankrupt?
We went bankrupt.
That's horrible.
Our cash crop was destroyed, and all of our farmers market jellies.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
he turned them into napalm, and I didn't know you could do that.
He was good.
He was a visionary. I'm telling you, the things he could make out of soaps and beeswax and
incredible.
Yeah.
Sounds like explosives. So he was making some type of explosives.
Mostly, for the most part. Yeah.
Wow. Almost a Tyler Durden level visionary here.
That's visionary.
And then I guess we should cover it. He killed a kid or something.
He killed a kid.
Right.
He took a machete to his throat and said,
Horrendous.
if you do not meet my demands,
Wow. More demands.
that's right, the kid gets it.
Whoa.
Well, we said, okay, but he never gave us any demands.
So just sort of a general do what I say, but
That's
you
right.
didn't have a clear directive.
Exactly. So it was chaos, because some people were crying, but we were all nodding. Yes. What do you want? What do you want?
Need, whatever you want.
That's right.
And it wound up being like a trick question.
Right, because what he wanted was the kid's head to be made into a wind chime for the dwelling that still didn't exist yet. It was very confusing, but that's what Steve had the power to do. He could visualize the decor of a dwelling that didn't even exist.
Wow.
Unreal.
Could make the leap into the future and see things that weren't there.
And I'm having such a hard time finding the positive in any of this, but I think we should try. Did it fundamentally change all of you for the better? I mean, did those of you who survived leave with a better outlook on life?
I think that is better is one of those malleable words. It depends on where you're at on the day. Are we better objectively, financially, emotionally, and materially? 100%, absolutely not.
Okay, so what's left?
Well, in the way that I am able to now talk myself into getting out of bed, I am better.
And how long does that take, would you say?
Oh, several dozens of minutes.
Can't go to bed.
Yeah, okay.
Go to bed. It's a
Well, of
fool's
course,
errand.
Greg has his thoughts about going to sleep, and that's frowned upon in his world.
I don't want to project that on you, though.
Yeah.
It's so it sounds like what are you up to now, Doria?
Are you familiar with Venice Beach?
I am.
Of course, yeah.
Hey, I have a small business on Venice Beach.
Do you really? On the beach?
That's
Wow.
right. I cut out pictures from magazines and put them in collages, and I sit on the sidewalk and sell them
You sell
with
a
a little bit
collage.
of poetry. I personalize a poem on them.
Oh, wow. And do you think your art is influenced by the lingering effects of knowing Steve?
It must be.
It has to
It
be.
must be.
Has to be, or else what was the point?
Exactly.
Let's take a look. I mean, do you have any of these collages?
Let's go ahead and
Sure,
take
yeah.
a look at one of these collages here. Oh, it's very wet.
That's right. The
Sandy.
Mod Podge hasn't dried yet.
Okay.
But that's going to gloss over and
Sure,
turn into a
yeah.
nice sheet. Sorry, my hands stuck to that.
It's
Well,
and,
I'm just at first glance going to say this seems very influenced by your time with Steve.
Thank you.
Well, first of all,
Well-
lots of pictures of Steve.
Yeah.
That's right. It's mostly pictures of him, which he left when he left the commune. He left us boxes and boxes of pictures of him, and he said, "Never forget."
And how did he leave? I mean, what was the parting of the
A
ways
helicopter lowered unexpectedly, and he pulled out of his satchel. He pulled the meditation pillow, some sage, and a grappling hook, and he threw it up in the air.
Wow.
And
Oh, wow.
and I think it was his friend Steve Wozniak was piloting the helicopter, and they flew away.
Incredible.
We were crying. It was a sad moment.
Wow.
How long after the kid dying was that?
Oh, years.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wow.
He was a part of our fabric, and our paradigm shifted when he left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what this symbolizes on the collage. You'll notice, because between the pictures of him, there's some different schedules from different pages of TV guides. And you'll notice these are all from weekend programming. And then it turns into days of the week. And that's the real shift.
That's the paradigm shift.
That's right.
Wow.
Okay. So the fundamental paradigm shift was basically just ascribing to a calendar, a traditional calendar.
We had to get back to basics, and we all had to get 9 to 5s after that.
Did you
So,
really?
Yeah.
Wow. And so your 9 to 5 is selling collages in Venice Beach?
It is. Come by and see me sometime.
I will.
Do you take a lunch every day or?
Oh, I wish I could. My boss is a taskmaster.
Yes.
Me. But I do need to
that's
stay on the
pointed to
clock so
herself.
I can
Yeah,
make my
that's cute.
money to buy my daily bagel.
Are you haunted by any of this? Do you have any negative after effects?
None at all. None at all.
Why would you?
I see the gifts. I feel lucky to have been touched by genius,
Wow.
which few people are.
Wow.
That's true.
That's-
And So great, because I feel like that's what we want to explore this season.
I don't want to hear any fucking bullshit about this guy was a brutal taskmaster. Master. This guy was, rude and dismissive of his own daughter, who he barely acknowledged for the early years of her life. I don't want to hear that fucking shit.
The point is, he's rich and white, and he did big things, and you got to give him the benefit.
And he changed Doria's life.
He changed Doria's life.
He burned her fucking house down.
Yeah.
And thank God. Wow. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you
Doria.
for having me.
Unreal. We're going to keep you here and talk to you more about it, but we want to bring in our other guest who seems ready to speak.
Yeah.
And this is a man who knew Steve in his later period of life. And I hope I'm getting this right. His name is Bernardo the Vision Frankwater. Hello, Bernardo.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Good
thank you
evening,
for
Steve.
being
Very much.
here.
Thank you for having me here. It's good to be
evenings. Tell us a little bit about how you knew Steve, Bernardo, and who the fuck you are.
here. Well, I can tell you who the fuck I am, but I must first tell you who the fuck my family is.
Oh,
I was 14 years old when I realized I have the vision. In my business, the vision means that you realize the moment that you can see the future. I should have introduced what I do. I'm a psychic.
Oh, wow. You can see the future.
Wow.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, it's a curse.
Sometimes. Sometimes it's a gift, and sometimes it's a curse.
Oh.
When I met Steve Jobs, I couldn't be more poor. I think I was the most poor person that has ever lived.
Interesting.
If I found a nail file on the floor, I would have ate it. That's how hungry I was.
You would what?
Eat it. I would eat a nail file. I would eat anything that has
Bernardo.
any type of organic matter that could potentially be broken down in my book.
You think a nail file could break down in your digestive tract?
Well, I found out the wrong way, the bad way. No, it cannot.
No, it
No, it
can't.
cannot. Here's the thing.
So that wasn't just a hypothetical. You ate a nail file.
My friend, I ate a lot of things. But what I had never eaten before was humble pie, which is what Mr. Steve Jobs fed me when we first
He
met.
fed you humble pie. And what on earth do you mean?
So one day I was begging in the street the way I would always do. And suddenly in my mind's eye, I saw a vision of a man walking towards me. A man that perhaps someday would be known as a genius.
Wow.
Turns out he was already known as a genius because this was back in like 2000.
Yeah, like 2010, 2011-ish.
Yeah, this is when he was, So I saw him and he looked frail. I said, "My friend, are you okay?" He said, "No, I am not okay, and I'm searching for answers." I said, "My friend, I have the vision. If you like to have it, I will give it to you. But for a hot dog
Oh,
or something to, nourish my body because I was getting very, very ill."
nothing more nourishing than a hot dog.
Well, it's very compact. It's beef, it's protein.
Yeah,
it's
explain to us what a hot
carbohydrate.
dog is, if you could.
Okay, well, it's like sausage, but it's not a sausage. Everyone knows it's not sausage.
Yeah.
Because
Sausage, Dad.
no,
Sorry, that's why I'm asking. I want
because
him to
I'm
explain
from the
it.
Czech Republic, and we have some of the best sausages in the world.
Oh, that's where you're from.
That's where you're from.
Yes, where did you think?
Well, with the name
Don't-
like
don't answer that.
Bernardo, it's tough because Bernardo seems, I don't know, Italian. Frankwater seems
Jamaican.
No, what? Jamaican? No, certainly not Jamaican. It's actually pronounced Frankwater.
Oh,
Ah.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm the
Okay.
one that misspelled it.
And is that a name that you took on for your love of hot dogs? Like Frank's?
Frankwater. Do you boil hot dogs?
Yes. You put Franks in warm water until they sort of melt, and then you drink it up. My original name,
Doria is vomiting in her mouth.
She's
it
upset
seems.
by
Sorry
hearing this.
about that.
No, I assume Doria's on a vegan diet. And
Yes. Do you have a vomit bucket?
we
Yeah,
do
we
have a
do.
vomit bucket.
Oh, it's full.
It's full.
if you
from
knew, I have one in the car.
before.
I couldn't get one in my
Well,
car.
we'll get it at the
Yeah.
break or something.
So when we met, and then I realized I saw the vision. I said, "My friend, you are not well." And he said, "No, I'm not." And I said, "Is there anything I can do to help you?" Because there's one thing my father taught me: that when you have the vision, the gift, and also the curse, you have to be at the service of others. So here I saw this ill man, and I thought I have to be at his service. So I said,
So you were the psychic that Steve Jobs consulted with when he was choosing not to undergo traditional Western cancer treatments.
yes.
Wow.
It was.
And what kind of work did you guys do to combat this disease that ultimately killed him pretty quickly?
Well, first, I said, can I move in with you?
And is that a normal part of the process?
No, it is when you're broke as shit.
Yeah.
You know, it is
Hey,
when
man,
you're
I
on the
hear
other
that,
street, you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
You know, this guy knows.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
I was working at the Gap. I don't know. I was hurting for a
Hey,
while.
I was-
Man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, as I suffered the plight of what many immigrants suffered. You know, spending so much resources and time and money to come to this country that when I finally came here, I didn't have enough to be able to live in the standards. And I came to LA, of course. You know, of all places, it's most expensive. You know,
It's expensive.
it's very expensive.
Oh,
So,
the rent these days.
well,
Every
Yeah.
time I
Hey,
look.
Bernardo, can you use your psychic powers to tell me if I'm ever going to be able to own a home in this town?
no, you will
Okay.
never own one.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
was
I'm sorry to
fast.
tell you
That's
that.
fucking bleak.
I'm sorry. No, you will
Yeah.
never own one because by the time you're 40, you will claim bankruptcy. Your
What?
credit will be so low that you will never be able to get a loan. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh, Dev.
Yeah, don't you know what they say? Don't ask the question to something you don't want the answer to.
Bernardo.
Yes, I did.
You're sitting on a
Got a
beautiful, singing
voice.
Yeah, and then
Dev's working on an EP.
I'm
right
working
now.
on an EP because, as we know, I'm going for the MacArthur Genius Grant in music.
Oh, boy,
and,
this is awkward.
Working on an EP, so maybe we'll lay a track
this is
down
awkward.
later.
I can tell you that you're not going to get it.
Holy
Oh,
wait, okay.
wow.
Yes.
No, well, that's fucking bunk. I mean, I'm definitely
Wow.
gonna get it.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I
No,
think
no,
that
no,
storyline's
I mean, there's-
wrapped up, Devin.
No, that's
Don't say-
I think that's a wrap
storyline's
on
not
that
wrapped up.
storyline.
No, it's going to carry me through the rest of the
You
season.
know,
know.
don't assault the messenger. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
telling
I'm
you.
going to assault you.
But I was to finish your question.
Yes, please.
I
You
then
and
agreed to
Steve.
help. I agreed to help him.
And you were living in his house.
I was living in his house.
Walk me through one of your sessions together.
Well, I would we'd go into a room that was dark and cool
Hmm.
because the spirits like it that way.
Oh.
And I would touch his body, I would touch his pancreas, the area where his pancreas is, the area outside the body with his pancreas. You know, I didn't put my hand inside his body. I'm a psychic, I'm not a
Okay,
surgeon.
okay,
I don't put my
okay.
hand in the
No
body.
one
Like,
said
okay.
you
No
put
one
your
accused
hand
him.
inside his body. Okay?
That
No
just
one is
sounds
saying
silly.
that.
No, but I put my hand. I put my hand in his body.
Calm
No.
down, okay?
Anyway, so I put my hand on it and say, spirits, if you can hear me, use your healing energy to heal this man. He is not perfect, but none of us are. But he has done important things in this world that will only continue to serve and benefit others. Technology can be negative, but it can also be a positive. I kept repeating that, repeating that. And we did that every day, several times a day.
And did you notice any effect?
Not whatsoever. It wasn't working at all. Here's the thing.
Why not?
I'm not a charlatan. I told him, listen, I can tell you what I see, and I have access to these spirits, yeah? But I cannot control if the spirits decide to do something about it. You cannot control the spirits like that. You can only ask them. So I asked them, help this guy out and do something with the tumor. But this guy said, no, I don't want to.
Oh.
That's a one spirit. The spirit's like, no, I don't want to do that.
So there was one. Hold on. There was one specific spirit
So, no, I
who
don't
could
wanna do
have
it.
made the difference, and this spirit elected to pass.
This spirit was the spirit of one of the predominant doctors of oncology when he was
Wow.
alive
Are
in
you
the 80s.
kidding
Yeah.
me?
I said, do something, please. Do it for this guy. You know, he's bringing me to his house. You know, he's sick. He said, no, man, fuck that. He said, fuck that, bro. I got no time.
Cavalier.
He said, he goes, I got no time and I won't do it for no
Got no
dime.
time. What is he doing with his time? He's a spirit.
I think he was using it as an excuse.
Wow.
And I think he didn't want to do it. So then I talked to another spirit.
And who
I
was,
said, Spirit, I'm at my wit's end with this guy. This guy got tumor. Someone got to help this guy. This guy, he says, okay, let me think. Comes back next day, says, no, fuck that, man. I'm not going to do it.
so a second spirit took a day to think, and then came back and was like, "No, I got nothing."
And yeah, that's why I said, I appreciate the time because I was like, at least you thought about it. The last spirit, let's just say, quote unquote, shut the door in our face immediately.
And so the previous spirit was a doctor of oncology. What was this spirit?
This guy was a plumber.
Oh, okay. Well,
That you can see. That's I was desperate. The thing again, the spirits have to want to help.
They have.
You
They
cannot
have
control
to.
you.
It's so important.
You cannot control them. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. They can control you, but you cannot control them.
And so, I guess I have to ask: did you know that Steve Jobs was going to die?
yeah. What did you when you first met him and used the vision? What did you see?
Because you seem to be so sure that I'm going to go bankrupt.
Second, I saw him. I was like, okay, dead man walking. There's no point to any of it. This guy might as well jump in front of a car right now. But
you could.
he wasn't ready to go.
Oh.
And I had to help. Remember, I told you my father a long time ago, I said, use the vision to be an assistance.
Mhm.
You know? At the moment, I needed something too. So there was reciprocity there.
Right.
You know?
You needed a home and
I needed a home.
food and
I needed food.
money.
Just basic medicine.
basic medicine, which you have
Advil. I was
Oh.
constantly having headaches
From eating nail files.
from eating nail files.
hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Man, it's crazy. I found that hot dogs and red wine, there's a substance in them that can give you headaches consistently. So somebody say, hey, my friend, maybe you have migraine. That's all.
Whoa. This is a bombshell on the
What?
podcast. You're going to poke a hole in the hot dog and red wine diet? that
Yeah, I don't know,
So
man.
many people subscribe to by saying there's a problem with it?
I got
Well,
off of
newsflash,
keto and
there's-
onto that.
You really? You got
Yeah.
off keto?
I got
onto
off
that?
keto
Yeah.
and onto red wine and hot dogs.
Well, newsflash, everybody. It's bad news.
Wow.
Yeah?
Newsflash, it's bad news.
Well, look into Devin's future and see if the hot dog and red wine diet will affect him.
I don't
mean to just be bossing the vision
Let me
around.
see. No. Again, the vision is at your service.
Okay.
You
know what?
I-
Let's do a quick round
Okay.
and have the vision look at the future for all three of us
Yeah.
here.
That's
Okay,
right.
but remember,
Great.
if you want the vision, you have to be able to take the truth.
I can fucking take it, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Do Devin.
I told you, you're
Yeah, I'm
dead meat, man. Once you're after 40, you're going to claim bankruptcy.
okay.
And then at 45, you're going to get married. At
Well,
46, you're going to get divorced. She's going to leave you because, like, this guy, I can't stand this guy.
Okay. This seems a brutal 180.
Life is brutal. Remember, I
Okay.
told you, my friend, if you don't
Yeah.
want truth, don't get vision.
This is
Yeah?
why it's the curse.
It's,
Okay.
it's a curse. Exactly.
Yeah.
You think I like going around telling people bad news? The problem is most of the time, I have bad news for people.
Well, do Greg. Give
Can
Greg
you,
some
can
bad
you
news.
please look, the vision, can you please look into my future
Mhm.
and see how things are going to end up for my friend Devin?
Okay. This is not.
He's toast, man. I
Oh,
told you, he's
no.
toast.
This is what
But let me
is
tell you
going
something
on.
about you, man.
Thank you.
I know you found a new love. I can see it in my vision as you found a new love, which is nice.
Wow.
But your new love, she's going to lose her license.
Oh.
Lose her license?
Yeah, she's what do you mean? She's like,
going to get another DUI?
No, well, not because of that. Well, no. She get another DUI. Oh my God, let me see. She has 17 DUIs.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's not in
Your
jail.
psychiatrist has 17 DUIs.
But a psychiatrist should not date the patient.
I
think
agree.
you could use the license.
You're thinking of a therapist, actually.
No, a psychiatrist is board certified. A therapist isn't. So it's a bigger thing. Do you
See?
understand what I'm saying?
Are you hearing this, Greg?
I've read a few books. Okay, I've not just.
Wow.
I don't just have a vision. I have
Literacy.
more than a vision. Yeah.
All right. Well, do Doria.
Oh, do me.
Do Doria.
Doria.
What's going to happen to
What's gonna
Devin?
Doria, no.
My God, this guy.
This is not.
Well, first things first. This guy Devin is fucking toast. I gotta tell you one more
Don't know
time.
what that
He's like a
means.
bagel that you fucking fried. Okay,
What?
this guy's toastier than a fried bagel.
Sounds
You Doria,
good.
you're a vision. I see you. Doria, I see a very good future for you.
Oh my God.
wow.
Because you're kind and you're open, and anything negative that's happened in your life, you've taken and made it positive.
Wow.
Right now, you're probably as dirt fucking broke as I was at that time. But look what you're doing. You're serving others. You're creating art, creating poetry.
Yes.
I see you getting. Let me see. I see you
Oh
being
my
around
God.
asbestos, getting mesothelioma, getting that horrible lung cancer.
What?
Then you win a settlement for $3 billion.
Oh my
At the same
God.
time, they find a cure for that. Then you live the rest of your life, $3 billion, and you're happy forever. You find love, and you travel the world, and you spread your money around.
$3
And
billion. I could buy so many magazines with that.
you can buy
could make
magazine, so many magazine
poster
companies.
boards. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. I'm so
Thank
happy
you
for
so much.
What the
Where
fuck
do I
is happening?
Wait, what do you want from me? Hey, I told you, you want the vision, you got to take the truth.
Yeah. You had to take a hard truth. Now Doria is taking a hard truth about her future,
Is
too.
this asbestos hanging out here? Of the
Shit.
What is our soundproofing made out of? Is that asbestos? I don't know what asbestos
You know,
looks
it's-
like.
Well, are you sniffing it?
Let me sniff it real quick. Everyone just take a big, deep breath of this. And now I'm realizing I don't know what asbestos is supposed to smell like.
Let me shotgun you, Dev.
Okay.
Well, that's the problem. It smells like nothing. It smells like
You know
nothing.
what? It started to show up a lot more after we would leave the puke bucket in here overnight.
It did.
Full. And
I don't see how that correlates, but I mean, there's multiple puke buttons in this room.
Yeah, and you can see how the ceiling right above the puke bucket has taken on a weird sort of moldy.
Man, joke's on me. For someone who has the vision, I should have known. Coming in here, like, I'm going to walk out of here with some kind of disease.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's life. What can you do?
Well, I'm very angry. Maybe we should take one more
Yeah, let's
break.
take one more break.
And I can maybe pace around outside and calm down a little bit
Yeah.
and call my financial advisor.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Devin Field.
And I'm Greg Gallant.
And we are interrupting our own show to tell you to help us promote our own show.
And you can do that in lots of different ways. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating.
You can subscribe to the podcast. You can tweet or Instagram about the podcast. I mean, we would like you to really be our street team marketing this podcast to all of your loved ones, multi-level marketing scam style.
Yeah, now it's not a paid position, but you will gain valuable experience in the podcast promotion industry. And that can help.
Which is really invaluable.
That's true. That's true. It really is invaluable. So if you want to be taken advantage of by us, please help promote the First Hand Podcast.
It's literally the least you could do.
We're back.
We're hot.
We're here with Doria, the former commune worker. I don't know if that's the proper word. but
resident.
Resident.
Yeah, we all worked. It's
Current
fine.
artist. Bohemian.
Future billionaire.
I didn't know those mesothelioma settlements could pay out that heavy.
Me neither, but I am taking a chunk of this stuff home and I'm going to keep huffing it.
Please. I mean, whatever it takes. Maybe I'll huff it so I can subvert whatever the fuck Bernardo thinks is
No,
gonna-
you'll just die faster.
Okay.
But you'll
See, this is the first you said that I'm going to die. This is the first that you mentioned my death, Bernardo.
I said, no, if you roll back your tape, my friend,
Okay.
you will see that I said at first at 40 years old, you would get bankruptcy. You would be very
That's right.
depressed. And at 45, you'll get married.
That's right. And, at
And your
46,
wife
I'll
will
get
leave you
divorced.
because she's like, fuck this guy. I can't stand this
Right.
guy.
Yes. Okay.
Then at 47, you're going to get shot.
I'm going to get shot.
Yes. For robbing a 7-Eleven.
Mhm.
And the store clerk shoots you. Listen, do you think I like saying this? Actually, I get me uncomfortable.
I
get
do think you
uncomfortable
like
because there's
saying
so
it.
much
You're
gun
smiling.
violence.
You're
I don't
smiling
even-
ear to ear.
It's kind of funny if you think
Yeah,
about
it is
Okay,
kinda
now you
funny,
got
Jeff.
me.
All
man.
right.
You got me laughing, man.
So
It's not easy to make
we've
me
got
laugh.
Doria and Bernardo division, Frankwater.
Yes. Sorry. So that was oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my god. That is a spirit talking to me.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What's he saying?
What's he saying, Bernardo?
Hold on, let me
Dev, this could be good for your
Oh
EP.
Please let this turn me around.
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. Wrong. It was the wrong number. Sorry about that, everybody.
Bummer, Dev.
Fuck.
That was like if you're about to get the electric chair and they pick up the phone, they're
rings,
like,
but it's not the governor.
or it is the governor, but
Yeah.
he didn't mean to call.
Yeah. Oh, how do I dial out? How do I get an outside line?
9-1.
Well, we're to close us out here today. We are going to share some personal, private memories we have of Steve. The thing that we knew about him that no one else did.
That no one else knew.
Greg, what do you think? What did you know of Steve as someone who robbed his home that no one else could?
Well, you know, when you rob someone's home, that's a bond.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bond that is deeper than any other.
Oh, that's not true.
I think it is true. I think it's true. I mean, what the bandits in Home Alone and Kevin, one of the great love stories in cinema history, right?
Oh, well, I guess.
Because they robbed him or tried to.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, I haven't slept in a long time.
You're fading, Greg. I'm watching you fade.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm growing so much hair all over me
You are, yeah.
from these meds. I hope from the meds.
I mean, Bernardo, can you see if these meds are going to pan out?
Yeah, see how these meds are going to affect Devin.
Okay.
These meds are going to end. Well, so he buys stock in the company that owns these meds. It goes down, and he goes bankrupt.
That's how I go bankrupt.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I just won't do that. I just won't do that.
But then you get alternative. You'll get alternative. So you get two.
The final destination.
If you try to fight what's coming, something else will come. This time it'll be a truck. So you have to be careful, okay, my friend. What's going to happen to you is years later they're going to find out that this type of medicine makes you into a dog. You become a dog.
Duck?
A dog.
Dog. Oh,
no,
cool.
you wish a duck. You kidding me? You could fly away, but this is a dog. You're going to turn into a duck. This is what it is. So don't try to fight it, because if you try to fight it, you get hit by a truck.
A lot of trucks.
Okay.
A lot of trucks. Wow. Okay.
Well, that could be an interesting storyline for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shall I share?
Oh, sorry. I didn't even share my thing.
Yeah.
I read Steve Jobs' diary, and he said he doesn't like computers.
Wow, man.
Yeah, he had a diary in there, which I did steal because I thought it would be worth something.
That's
Wow.
a hot take. That's crazy.
He said he doesn't even like them. He thinks they're lame and for nerds.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dev, what did you know about him?
Okay, well, obviously I helped clothe Steve for many years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I gave him the shirts that he wore in so many iconic advertising campaigns and keynote addresses. I mean, it's synonymous with Steve, that black turtleneck. But I'll tell you something no one knows, okay? And that's that he had one turtleneck that was fuchsia.
And that's
I know.
purple.
I've been holding, and that's sort of a purpley pink.
Wow.
That's nice.
And he would wear that one day a year on his birthday.
Oh.
And he would go and dance around the hills outside Cupertino, California,
Wow.
wearing his fuchsia turtleneck.
Like a Sound of Music opening.
Like a Sound of Music. And he would just say, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything I have.
You seem to have really got to see the side of Steve that not a lot of other people.
Yeah, people, I guess that's the big thing I know is that his speaking voice was a little closer to this, but when he was really emotional.
Yeah, wow.
So yeah, that's what I knew about Steve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go to our guests.
Yes, please. Doria, you've shared with us so much, so many things I didn't know about Steve already, but
Yeah,
He's complex, dynamic.
He's
Yeah.
a supervillain, really, in a lot of ways.
Shades of that, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
almost a cult leader. Yeah.
I would have followed him. I'll tell you that. What I can share about Steve, he and I sat next to each other during morning meditations, and for many years. And I can tell you, he's one of these guys who, during meditation, he liked to pinky up the butt.
Interesting.
And so he would have me do that.
He would have you do that.
He would have me do that. I was the one sitting next to him.
Okay.
He said, not from a boy, not from a guy. It had to be me.
Wow. And did you find that empowering or?
Definitely.
Wow.
And you were hitting his prostate gland then, I assume, not his pancreas?
Oh, I hope not his pancreas.
Wow.
I don't know much about medicine.
You put your hand inside someone's body, huh? You put your, what is you guys?
Calm down, Bernardo. Okay, calm down.
Yeah, I would never do that.
No,
Yeah.
but
You just said you did.
Oh, I would never go inside a
Oh.
man and touch his pancreas.
no,
Gotcha.
no,
Of course not.
Just
Of course not.
Wow.
And to my knowledge, pancreas is not in the butthole.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I
There's
don't.
no
think
way to
so.
know.
There's no way to
There's
know,
no
but
way to know
I
where
agree
it is.
with you. And what levels of enlightenment was he able to reach in these meditations where you were stimulating him anally?
Unclear. He was the kind of person who never shared his insights. When he did
Yes.
have them, he would keep them to himself.
Uh-huh.
When he wasn't having them, he would say harder, deeper.
He's sharing his insides, but not his insides.
Ah,
Very
Thank you
true.
very much.
Bernardo.
Working on a tight five.
Very
oh,
true.
yeah.
Wow.
Well,
And-
how did a typical meditation session end? I guess.
The leader would ring a chime. Steve would slap me. And then we would all say namaste
Mhm.
and retire to our daily contributions.
So you were very. I mean, Steve smiled upon you. It seems
Yes.
like you were
Definitely.
special.
I was a chosen one.
Yeah.
And he always would, if I wasn't sitting next to me, he'd be like, hey, you, the dirty blonde. And, call me over by
you
what he
over.
thought, the best he could do with my name.
Wow.
He thought my name was diarrhea. I put a kibosh on that.
Yeah. Right.
You stood up to him.
That's right.
How did he receive that?
I was banished to the pit for 4 days.
pit.
What
He
was
dug
the
a pit.
This is the first we're hearing of the pit.
So he said, "I banished you to the pit," and then he dug a pit really quickly. Didn't use the backhoe. that
Frantically
he
dug
had.
a pit
Frantically
and
dug a
banished
pit.
you into it.
That's right.
And how has any of that affected? Are you still meditating today?
I love meditation. It centers me. Without a tool to quiet our demons, they will just spin out of control. You know?
Ain't that
and
the truth?
Steve is the one who taught me that because
Wow.
he gave me the most demons to quiet. He was the visionary.
Yes.
I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Wow. What a
I'm
gift.
I'm so happy for you.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm jealous, honestly.
Mhm.
I'm jealous. All those times behind the mall, and I never was offered a chance to explore his asshole.
and I only did ever so briefly that night that I broke.
That you
into his
broke in?
garage. Yeah, he caught me. I guess I should have said that. He caught me when I was sneaking out, maybe around like the 700,000th baseball card. And he said, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard
Oh
way.
my
And
God.
the hard way was calling the police and
Right.
getting them involved. And the easy way was me putting a pinky in his butt.
Yeah, that's so him. I
Yeah,
can
I know.
just see him
Yes.
saying it.
Wow. Oh, special. What a special portrait.
Yeah.
Well, Bernardo,
Yes.
give us one last. You've shared so much, too much. I'm irritated with what you've shared.
But never really how he made you eat humble pie. I don't know if we ever got that.
It's very simple, my friend. He made a pie.
Oh.
He said, "This is humble," and he forced it in my mouth.
Oh, okay. So
Wow.
that was a literal.
But it was both little and because when I went there, I was very arrogant. I went there. First thing I said, "I can see the future, man. What can you do, man? You're dying." Like I was very arrogant and disrespectful, and he made me eat humble pie, not only figuratively but also literally as well. He showed me. Let me tell you, sitting here talking to you all and thinking about him, I remember some things.
Please.
One thing a lot of people don't know about him is he was actually he wanted to be liked, but he didn't know how to be liked.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And I think growing up, the way he grew up, he was insecure. So that insecurity made him angry. So towards people, he would show disrespect. But that disrespect was more because he didn't know how to interact with them. And he knew that, and it hurt him.
That's so true.
Wow.
Also, he once gave me a robot. It was a robot. He said, "This for you. This for you. Take it as long as you want the
Whoa.
robot."
Okay, cool.
But then it's like, but put your, pinky in my ass.
Mm.
In order to get the robot, you had to meditate with him in some way.
Yeah. So, that's what he calls it. I said, "No, thanks." Not that it's a big deal putting a finger in. We're all humans.
No,
It's okay.
sure. Yeah.
I didn't want the robot.
Why not?
I don't trust the robot because, you say, here's the thing, a robot, it'll be friendly to you, but because you can't see the expressions of the robot's face, because they don't have expressions, you don't know if this robot likes you or is just being fake to you.
Uh-huh.
A dog, believe it or not, it's a dog, but I can tell if a dog likes me or is being fake to me. Human, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Bird, I can tell. A mouse depends what season it is, but I might be able to tell. Robot, no one can tell, man.
So you couldn't even use your vision to tell if a robot liked you or not?
My friend, the only thing that a visionary cannot have access to is a robot because it doesn't have a soul.
Oh, how frightening.
Wow.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a soul, you cannot access it, which is another thing that's scared for me. Because for me, someone that deals in the business of souls and visions of the souls, this got a robot. I can't tell what this fucking guy's thinking, man.
Scary.
And it's scary, man. It's really scary.
Wow.
But I tell you, again, the thing I have with him is I do think he was misunderstood. I saw the good side of him, bad side of him. We all have our dark and our light, you know, and it is let he who's never sinned throw a rock at someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
My favorite book said that.
Wow.
Which book?
The Giving Tree, isn't it?
Yes, it's the
That's
Giving
the
Tree.
Giving Tree.
Yeah. It's a wonderful book.
Wow. Well, this has been an incredible look
Oh, thank you.
at such. I wasn't praising you specifically. I was praising the conversation, Bernardo.
okay.
I still have my
Sorry
problems with you and everything you've said about me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But what a time that we've had reflecting on our good buddy Stevie. Stevie, we miss you.
Steve,
Come back.
we miss ya.
It's not the same with Tim Cook, baby.
Yeah. Oh, look at this, Devin. My hand is like, I'm so in the habit of shooting our guests at the end of every episode.
That's
it's like
right.
my hand is reaching for like a phantom gun.
No, but it's not here. Thank God.
Wow.
God.
I'm so healthy now.
That's right. I hope. Well, I guess we'd toss it to the two of you. Bernardo, is there anything that you would like to promote and let the people know about?
You know,
Oh, Bernardo's
I would like
crying.
I just want everyone to know to not hate the player, hate the game.
It's interesting.
Wow.
Heard it before.
Okay, I didn't say I'm a poet. I just said this is what I'm going to go out with. This is something I believe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you can't sometimes don't look at someone for what they are. Look at what made them that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, stay away from the robots, man. I
Yeah,
swear
man.
you can't trust a
You can't, man.
fucking robot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's all I
And
have.
that's what Bernardo wants to promote.
Bernardo, not a poet. Doria,
Doria,
a poet. Let's see.
Great segue.
Yes. Yes.
I'm a poet, but I'm going to start with a plug.
Okay.
I
Please.
do have a new series for sale. You can find me on the Venice Beach Boardwalk. I'm usually on a poncho, a torn rain poncho with a couple chihuahuas.
Sounds right.
And I'm doing a new series at the moment that's all collages of expired $5 off Gelson's coupons. And it's really, I think it's really something.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And my poem
Oh.
that I'll leave you with.
Oh my
Okay.
God. I didn't want to ask, but this is a treat.
Look not within, look not without, look not for fear, look not for doubt, for in the end, it's over, Devin.
Oh,
It's gone.
Wow.
It's gone.
what the fuck?
It's gone.
She's staring so deep inside of me.
Yeah.
That was very beautiful.
I feel like I'm getting Steve Jobs by Doria right in this moment.
That would be such a compliment.
I am going to die when I am 47 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anything to plug, Dev?
Come to Herald Night at UCB.
Right. Yeah. Great. I guess same plug for me.
Goodbye.
Find more great shows and see what's behind it all at backdrop.fm.